Cool. So, you're doing this too, right?
Wait, what?
You're doing it too with me, right?
CSV?
No, the whole thing.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah.
This is a very basic.
Yeah. We're gonna do a new one though.
What?
We'll do a new one. Or not. You want to use that one?
Hmm?
You want to use that one?
Doesn't matter.
Do I have it on here?
You have folder on the document thing.
I was just gonna make a new one.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Okay. So all you need is the terminal right now.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna record it as well. So
Okay.
I also have it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So we need a virtual environment.
I'm gonna get in my
Cool.
GitHub. You know, this is last time?
What?
This is last time?
Probably not. But it's the last one before graduation. No, we have one next week.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Okay. We need a virtual environment. Otherwise, we can't have Django. Okay. Hold on. First, activate it. Activate it first. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, I have that here.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Your charger?
I always get it out and don't plug it in. All right. Okay. So we just did that, but because we want the Postgres database stuff too, so we're also going to do, because that's going to give us the database stuff.
Install Django box. Like that.
Yep. Oh yeah. It's like this.
What did I do wrong?
You have a dash after install. It should be after Django.
Okay.
You need this right here. And it's tool belt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that going to damage anything?
I don't know what that is. Okay, go ahead. All right, great. So that's going to give us the database, the Postgres database stuff that we need. Cool. So then we've got all our tools. I'm going to do this because it's just going to save like what our
requirements.
yeah.
Requirements.
Yeah. So what that means is that if I was just typing pip freeze, that's a command that just says show me like what all the stuff that's installed is. So it's saying like, you know, when I do it like that, yeah, you're good. If I just typed pip freeze, it would be like, yeah, you have Django installed, you have like the tool belt, you have that stuff. So that, but if I want to save that list in Bash, if you want to save some output to a text file, you say like put it in this file, like that. That's what that is. Okay, so now if I look there, I'll see it there, right? So that stuff is saved, right? So if somebody else was to get that code, or if later if I had to delete my virtual environment or something, but I kept this, it would be very easy for me to, so for example, like if I got rid of my virtual environment, right? It's gone. And I'm like, damn, I forgot what was it that I had installed. It would be very easy for me to do this. So it looks in there and it just installs everything that's on that list. So that's what that's for.
Wait, basically tells you all the programs that you have installed with this software, for this application.
Oops, I forgot to activate this. Yeah, exactly.
So wait, explain that again. If you delete your virtual environment.
Yeah, because sometimes like you don't usually want to. There's like a lot of files, right? And like you don't even necessarily need to pass it around like on GitHub and stuff like that. But just this little text file, it tells you like, yeah, you need this, 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 and this, right? And it's really, if you store it in a file, it's very easy to. Oops. So then when I start a fresh virtual environment, like nothing's installed on this right now, right? It's just blank. But if I want to like restore it, it'll just go through the list and make sure everything's installed. You know, like that's, and so if you're like, if someone else in your team,
So it's like if I'm working on your application,
in
order for me to be able to download all the things that you need for that application.
Yeah, so exactly. So you can run what I can run. You know what I mean? Yeah, and with like group work, it's good because the text file is just this little tiny thing that you can actually push and pull, and it's not a problem. And so when you pull it down, like the first thing you can do, pip install flag R requirements, and it will make your computer like my computer, basically. And so that's good for collaborative projects. This has almost nothing. It's just database and basic Django, but still, like it's a good thing to do that. So
that's like, for example, if you need like site core 2 or blah blah blah.
Exactly.
We'll just download everything.
Yep, it just does it all at once, right? Yeah. Okay. So our tool, like our environment, is like now totally set up. We can now we can start working on the actual thing. So we're gonna go Django admin.py start project. What should we call it? I'm going to call mine adding data app. Boring. Okay.
I'll go with that.
Okay. Cool. So that's the project, which means like that's ready to go. Now we got to go inside and actually make the app. So that was start project. Now we're going to do start app. So I need to go inside that. Cool. And once I can see I'm in the same place as manage.py, then I can say same thing. Oops. Not project, but app this time.
Why do you do that? Like I noticed that you just like you have this like background. Like you created something a directory that's called provider space of code. Then you have these two paths. Is that what we're doing now?
It is. Yeah. So every Django application. Really, Django has projects, and inside the project is an app. So like Google is the project, Maps is one of their apps, Calendar is one of their apps. It's always drawing on the same creepy big set of data. It's all still Google, but the app, it has multiple different apps inside it. Gmail, Calendar, all that stuff, right?
But what do you call like adding data app the same as, it's like calling Google and then making another Google.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's what we're doing?
That's fine. It doesn't matter. I always do that just to help keep my brain straight. I make the outside folder and the project folder the same, and I always call the first app. That's just like so that I can keep in my brain which one is which.
Okay.
Yeah. People do it different ways. Okay, so then up here we did start project to make the bigger project. Now we go inside the project and say, okay, we're going to make an app. So Django admin.py start app. App. Yep. Do you need this to be bigger? Do you want me to make this bigger?
What do you mean?
The text. Okay. Yeah, it's probably better for the recording too, right? Yeah, for recording. Okay, cool. So now I can see that I have this additional folder here in the app. Okay. So if I was to be like, oops, sorry, I have another one open. Okay, woo, it's running. Okay.
Yay, okay.
Okay, so it's running and it's saying, there is nothing here, right? Okay, so now I have to tell it what should come up when it first comes up. So let's do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, okay, so every project has a URLs file that's kind of like, if they type in this, go here. And every app has a URLs file too, right? That says, if they type in this, go here.
Say that again?
Yeah. So you know we were working in URLs. This is when the URL says this, go to there.
Yeah.
Before that, you know how it was like something slash app before?
Yeah.
Yeah. It can also be slash admin. Or like, so that first thing is the name of the app. So actually we have to create, there's always a URLs file inside. This is the one for the project. See how there's two sometimes? So like here, so there was one here, right? But there's also one here. The reason for that is this one that's in Buscando. All that's saying is, that's the first step, okay? So it's kind of like if I walked over, I'm like 1744 Columbia Road. I walk into this building, and then I'm like, yo, where's code for progress? And they'd be like, go to the 3rd floor, and then ask for whoever you're looking for, right? Or if I was like, yeah, but I want to buy a bustier, they'd be like, go to the 2nd floor and ask for your thing, right? So in this case, I'm getting to my project, and I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm looking for the app. And it would be like, oh, okay, cool. You need to go there. It has its own set of directions, okay? So for the project, we always make a URLs file that has one line for every app. That's it, okay? So admin comes with Django, and app is the one that we're writing, okay? All that is doing is telling it, okay, once you get here, you want app? Okay, great. Go get this file, and that's where you're going to actually find the routes.
So you're talking about the main,
yes,
the main URL, and then another URL for inside, stuff inside.
It's like directory, subdirectory. Yep.
Can you show me both?
Yes. So, okay, so this is the one that's saying, you know, like the URL is like dun 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 dun. It gets this far, and if I typed admin, it would go to the admin whatever. If I typed app, right now it says that doesn't exist yet, right? Because we haven't made it. Because this is ours. Now, if I went over and did that. So this is saying when they type in admin, go run the admin function. The reason they gave an error is we don't have a database yet. Okay, so here. Okay.
So I'm saying, you know, whatever it is that I'm typing here, go to this other URL folder.
Yeah, exactly. So it's saying, okay, once you've matched this part, remember in the other one we were saying when you match this, the thing after the comma says, now go do this, right? So in this case, it's saying, okay, oh, you got this far? Cool, now go to this file. So far, I was getting this now, and it was like, app? What's app? I've never seen that. All it has there is a line for admin, and then it doesn't match anything. But now when I do that, it's going to go, cool, okay, I found app, but now there's nothing else. It's telling me to go get, it's saying, go here, but that doesn't exist yet, because we have to make it, okay?
What I'm thinking the best thing is like this, is that when you go to facebook.com, and it tells you home, and then from home you can go to like friends.
Exactly.
But what the apps, okay, so this would be the main one, right? This would be the, can you go to Buscando?
Sure.
So that would be that one, the app one?
Yeah.
But
And
then whenever I have that, it's gonna take me to like something else.
Exactly, right. So all this stuff means before it is already like buscando / app / and then all this stuff. Yep.
Cool.
Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then
But why don't we just have it all because it's within the buscando, like.
Yeah.
So if they're buscando / app, it will take you to the main page. If you have anything after app, it will take you to this other page.
Right. Got it. Okay. So now it's saying, yeah, you said to go get app.urls, but it doesn't exist. Cool, because we have to make it, right? Because it doesn't exist right off the bat. So let's create it. Because you see right here, there isn't one yet. I think there should be, in my opinion, but whatever, we'll make one. Okay, so we don't need all this shit. Okay.
How do we get there?
I made it.
Oh, we really made it outside. Okay, so where do I have to make this?
Yeah, so we think about it. Here it says go to app.urls. What that means is app.urls. So it needs to be inside the app folder.
Okay.
Yep. Oops, sorry, this is where we are, right?
Why do I only have the adding app folder, but I don't have my other folder?
Open that.
Ah. Uh-oh. I see. It's there. Okay. So I need to type down, or you just type down and then save it into. Okay.
That's it.
URLs. Wait. Is there a space?
It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, no.
Where's that thingy? Okay.
Okay.
And now I have
One
to
thing, right
save
here.
it.
One more thing.
I don't say that. Into my app folder.
Yep. Right.
See. Oh.
Yep. Cool. So what we basically did is we said, okay, whenever, if they've gotten something app / about, something should come up, right? So this is the URL for if we were doing this. And so it's like, cool, okay, I found it. Still, if we have this, it has nothing there, right? Because we have not created the view yet. So what it's saying here is, yeah, I got it. I got this far. So this is showing like what the program did, right? It went through here. Got it. Okay, went through here, and then it goes, huh? What views that about? Yeah, I don't know what that is, right? So it's saying that because right now, if we go into app.views, there's no about, right? So we need to make one.
Oh, this is essentially what is happening. So to make sure I understand correctly, what it's doing is when I click to the about, when I go app/about, it's basically saying importing from the views. So now it's going to go to my apps and it's going to go to my views, which is here, right?
Yes.
And then that's what's happening. So that's whenever I go to the site, and then I go app, about, so that's it.
Reload that. Will you reload it? Did you do this yet? So we did that one. That's in the app folder. Did you do this one inside the?
I did this one.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's another one. This is the one that's in here. So you just did this one. But this one here, we have to do that as well. You want to open that one?
Wait, repeat that?
You know how there's a URLs file in app, and there's another one here, right?
Yes.
So we just did the one that's in app, but I don't know if you did this one yet.
No,
Yeah.
possibly did not. So you need to create another one.
It already exists. You just have to open it. Go back to here. Yeah. And then, There you go. Yeah. So you just have to add this line right here. Just that.
Okay.
So that is kind of hard to see. 1 second. Yeah, this is it. Here. Cool. One thing.
What am I doing wrong?
Right here. Oh, sorry. Here. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Great.
Let's see.
Cool. Okay. So go back to your browser. Reload it. Okay, good. So we fixed that. Now it's just saying, like, I don't see, so it did all this following, right? It went to that file that you just typed, then it went to the next one. Now it's trying to go to views and find the about function. But we don't have one, right? So I need to say, oh, okay, well, what do I want it to do when I get here? Okay. Yeah.
Within the app folder. How do I know which folder to decide on the adding data app or the app folder?
Yeah.
How do I know which one is which?
Yeah.
And what do I use?
So really, the only file that happens in both places, the only one that's in both places is URLs. Everything views is only ever in the app, settings is only ever in the other one. So in this case, you can just go look. So there's no views file in here.
But in which one am I going to put all the files in? Does that make sense?
Yeah, most of them you don't have to, you're going to put almost, so you'll never be creating a file for this, for adding data. In here, all the files that need to be in there are already there, okay? If you ever add a new file or a new folder, it's going to be in here. Because here is where we're going to make like, we're going to make like templates, we're going to make static, that's all in here. And here's where we made URLs. This is where we would make like forms, all that stuff. You'll never be adding a new file to this one. Okay. Only to this one, okay?
Got it.
Yep. Okay, so basically what happened was the program went to here, and it found app, and then it followed this instruction. It said, okay, go to app.url, so it did that. And then it was like, damn, okay, about, cool. It goes over here and it goes, oh, I'm supposed to go to views, got it, and find about. So I'm like, okay, views, yep.
But the views, there's something that I'm gonna see. So this is something that I'm like going to display.
It actually means go to this file. It means go to views. Yeah, it means go find the views file, and inside there find its about tool. So views is just a toolbox,
Okay.
right? So when it says from app import views, it means from this app folder import the views file. Okay, and so then it's going in here, and it's going to look for, okay, where's about?
So the function about.
Yes. It's just going and looking for its set of instructions. Yep. So
Where
we
do
didn't
you copy this from?
my brain.
You just pasted it.
Hold on. Damn, this thing always closes because it's touchscreen. See? Okay.
Is it touchscreen?
Mine is a touchscreen. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Because you just closed my views file because you were like, what about this?
What's touchscreen?
That's why I'm saying it's not a good thing when you're teaching. Or like with my nephews, they'll be like, Aunt Alia, ding 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 ding, and everything is closed. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, yeah.
So that, line number 2, you just copied it right now, right?
Yeah, and you don't even need it if you're not going to use something like this. Like if I'm only ever going to render a template, if I was doing like this instead.
When do you use it for?
Never really. I mean, you use it when you want to when you want it to go somewhere else besides an HTML file. I was just doing it because I wanted to say hello on the screen.
Like, where else would it go?
To another function, or if you just wanted to spit out like like you just wanted to say some text.
Oh, never mind. There'll be something that I will.
So if I was going to do that, it would work, right? But I can't use render. That's not going to work because maybe it is going to work. Shit. Okay, whatever. Okay.
So why do you, if you don't need it, because you're not going to use it, why do you still put that on the line?
I thought I did need it, but I don't.
Okay.
I think. Because I thought that I couldn't do this, but I guess I can.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah. It wants HTML. Yeah, it wants HTML.
Okay, so from Django, HTTP.
We can skip it too, but we have to make a template. You want to skip it? Let's skip. Or you want to do it? Go on. Tonight? Yeah. Rachel's coming. Various people coming.
Coca-Cola? Yeah. Anybody else want some? Or a Dr. Pepper?
Everything.
Right.
Cool, let's do it. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
So now, now we're gonna do this. Okay, let's make it work.
Because we don't have a page.
Right,
We
let's
don't
do
have
it.
an index page.
Yeah, let's do it. Ready?
Wait, what?
We gotta do two things to make that work.
We gotta make an HTML page.
Not necessarily. Like in this case, we don't have HTML, right?
Oh, we got to create. I know that.
Go for it. Go for it.
And you were that
Yes.
when we have index, it goes to the views page,
Yes.
right?
Go for it.
So that would be. I'm gonna copy this again. Okay, views. Goes to my views page, and then it goes on the top of it. Why isn't it? Ah! No.
Yes?
Oh, no. Wait. Okay. Index 5 is index views thou. Yes? No?
Yep. Bam. Okay. Great.
Okay.
So that's how it gets around, right? Like that's the path, like how it gets to stuff, right? We still haven't added a database or
Okay.
anything, which is fine. I mean, like with the API apps, you never even use a database, right? But this is basically how it's gluing all its shit together, right?
Okay.
So we could also do stuff like this. So the idea is that when we go to a certain page, it goes and it does everything it's supposed to do, and then returns. It's a function, right? Okay? So in some cases,
So this is where we refer to the database.
okay? Okay. So, make it. You want to make a database?
So I have to get out of here, right? Or do I just create a new terminal?
Yeah, I just make a new terminal.
Okay. Do I have to go into that folder? No.
Let me just start it.
Create DB? Oh,
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, totally, you can do that. That'll work.
Why do we do this?
I teach people that so that they know what's happening. Because if you're used to only doing this, like you never go into the SQL terminal and you're like, whoa, like when you do have to go in, it freaks people out. So that's why I teach that. This is the shortcut. Also because in Postgres, this exists, but if you're using MySQL, Mongo, SQLite, you always have to go in to SQL and do the create statements there. That's why. Yep.
That makes sense. Okay, so create DB, what do you call it?
Whatever you want.
Adding data. Okay. Postgres.
Yeah, that's the other reason. Because your login is Postgres. Because the user for Postgres on your computer is not Mariela, it's Postgres. Remember? We were doing like this kind of stuff, right?
Alright, so
If-
I have to
yeah.
do this, the sudo u.
Okay. Now you can create a database.
Alright.
You need a semicolon.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So if you're inside Postgres, it's going to be okay. Great. Cool. How do we get out of there?
Alright, so now we have to go to SQL.
You're in SQL now, and now we can get out.
And Control C.
Here. Okay, cool. So our database is created. Now we have to go and like make a model. So we need to adjust our settings to connect to that database, and then we gotta like make some sort of model that actually exists in it, right? So, okay. So two things we're gonna do. One is settings, and the other thing is gonna be models, right? So I never remember the syntax for this, and I always go get it from something else.
So we have to open the settings from the big app.
Yes.
The big application. So let me write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it change in the big application but not in the actual app that we're creating? Because like you explained it, when I think of Google, I don't think of Google changing its huge database every time it creates
It doesn't.
Maps.
Right.
So why are we changing it in the settings for the big application and then the small app?
So
Does that make sense?
Actually, the question you asked is the reason why we're doing that. Because you said you don't, like Google has one big database, right? Yeah.
It does.
I mean, it has many, but like it's, yeah. No, actually, I mean, pretty much, yeah. Like it connects to a data service, right? Like, because think about it, like, it's so creepy. But like, you know, if I'm doing this, and I type in look what comes up.
Well, technically, we are, but why are we still working with the big database if we're just working with one application? What if we wanted to create multiple applications within Google?
With different databases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are we working with the settings and the big database?
Yeah, because usually when you do a project and you have multiple apps inside it, they're all pulling on the same database.
Always?
For that kind of Django setup, yeah. You can do a bunch of stuff to make it connect to a different one, but usually it's connecting to one. But there will be like different tables.
For a big app. And then models.
Mm-hmm.
For little app. That makes sense. So settings change for the big application, but the models change for the little application.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do I'm making singers. Okay, so. You know what? I'm gonna say.
Powerful woman.
Okay.
Cena. Models in my model. How do we choose how many characters to pick for all of this in our model? For example, I'm thinking like when we like the data dump that you sent me yesterday, it was a small character field. But how do I decide if I want somebody to like write an essay for an application? Is there a limit to how many characters can be in my models?
If I want to do an essay, you know what I do? Okay, like this, right? One second. One second here. Default equals true. I don't think I have a text field down here, but yeah. I was just trying to remember if I have to do this or not. I think so. Okay.
Okay, done. I think I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So, so we're doing that. All right, so we did our models. Now we got to do our settings. So there's another thing we have to do in settings. Anytime we add an app,
Yeah.
so we always have to do this, by the way.
You what?
Anytime we add an app, we have to add its name to this list right here.
Okay.
So we'll do that while we're in here.
So that's like when Google asks Google Maps, Google Travel, blah, blah, blah. I have to list all those applications.
Yeah.
Oh, because this is a big database.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Looking everybody together, yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, and then I have to change this. Do I have to put all this stuff in here
Yeah.
with my stuff?
Yeah.
Name, user, what's this? Is this correct?
Yeah, but you got to put quotes.
Which one? Uh, 'cause- 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 ' then I have to change this. No?
Yep, you do.
Django, database, backend, Postgres. Oh. Why am I typing site code?
That's the name of the Django module that hooks into Postgres. When we install Django toolbelt, that's the name of the Django package that connects to Postgres.
Okay. So it should be good to go.
One more name.
So whenever I have more than when I have multiple databases,
It goes
I
like
will
this.
just type this.
Yeah,
and
it would.
then-
Yeah, it would be like this. Oops, shit.
I got it.
You would do stuff like that. Okay. You have to fix one thing.
Yet again.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Great. So now, all right, we did this, we have to do something to, yeah, exactly. So remember how to do it?
Right command is shell.
Close, very close.
Wait. What have you have to go to the big one, then to the
Basically, I just want to be in the same as that.
within the big app or the
I-
app.
Within the, outside both of them. I want to be in the place where manage.py is.
Is it in only one place?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get there. 1 second.
That's the big boss.
Say that again.
That's like the boss. That's the big boss application. It's the thing that does the really serious shit.
Okay. So I'm here already.
Mm-hmm.
So adding data. So manage. Then Python. Wait, what is it? Python manage .py.
Ready? Manage.py, remember what it is?
Did I do any?
It didn't hurt anything. It didn't hurt anything.
Python manage .py shell.
Not shell. If you do shell, this is gonna happen. Oh, hold on. It's
Got it. Same that to sync the database. Yeah, got it. Oh, is that the balance syntax? Python manage.
oh, yeah. It's saying that there's an error in your models.
Did I comma?
I probably have the same error. 1 second. Oops. Okay. So for
Oh, you're
you,
getting that.
it's on line 3,
No.
at the end of the line.
Colon.
Yep.
Okay. Model line 3.
Oh, that's just capitalization. See this?
Oh, capital F.
Yes. Ah, getting good at it. Yeah, you have all kinds of useless shit in your head like me now. Capital F. Capital F. You know what? Yeah. It's gonna your brain will get full of shit that's useless.
Okay.
You want to know what the password for Dirk's server is? F6SUPWQ capital H2B. Why is that in my head? I don't know. He sent it to me the other day. He's like, the password is this. I'm like, unfortunately, it's all tattooed on my brain, along with your other 12 passwords. And he was like, anyway. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So let's try it again.
Let me call text field instance is script. I've never seen that before. Not a big instance.
Let's go back. Oh no, go back to your models file. This. Right here.
Yeah. Okay. Can we do it all 3 ways?
Sure. So we're gonna start with this one. Okay?
Okay.
So how do we get to the admin interface, remember?
We'll go to the. How do we get to the admin?
Admin is another app that it has.
Yeah.
It's its own app, so it's not within our app. So it's just like that. Are you running?
I'm not running the.
Yep.
What am I?
Server.
Python run server. Like what?
Python manage.py run server.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it the password that I just put?
Mm-hmm. Like, you want to reset it? Do you need to reset it?
I can reset it. Okay.
Okay, cool. Like this.
It was just popcorn 3. It wasn't that hard.
It was 3?
Popcorn 3.
Is it capital P? Mine is popcorn 13. Okay.
I had this mistake earlier. Let me just. Okay.
Wait. Oh no, I was gonna say, can we find it there, but probably not. Never mind. Okay. So delete your database and start again, syncdb. So we'll do this. Ready?
Isn't there any way to? I think it's my username. How can I look up my username? Like I had to do this. I I had the same mistake this morning.
The problem is that it's a super user, so I mean you can look it up if you find it, but
barnacles out on roll. Okay, Mariella, help me now. How do I get out of here? Okay.
yes. Okay.
It was a capital. 1, 3. Remember that number. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay. So we should see our models on here. We're at admin, right? So one thing we have to do is so if we look in here, we can see, hey, there I am. There's my user, right?
Wait, so
Yes.
we are adding data in 3 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is going to be through the admin interface. Okay.
Yeah, which is good to know because if you ever have to tell somebody else to do it, like if you make an app for someone who's not a coder, they'll use that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's really important. So, okay. So right now, like on the admin interface, you can always see your groups and users, but notice like where are our warriors? Right? Because we have to tell...
Say it again?
Notice, all of our models will show up here if we want, right? It's how we manipulate our data, but something's missing, right? Where the hell are they, right?
Right.
Because we often have so many models that you don't want everything to show up in there because sometimes it's stuff that like people can like fuck up the program if they start messing with. So you have to decide which things are changeable to the interface, and we do it here. We go into app, and we go into admin.
Go to admin. Okay.
And then you see it says register your models here. Hold on a second. Let me see what the syntax is. Yep. So what we have to do is admin site register whatever the name of the model is.
What does that mean?
That means when I put it here, see how right now what that's telling it isn't yours. What's yours called? What's your model called?
Uh-huh.
Is yours called this?
Say that again?
What's yours called?
Woman warriors.
Is it?
Oh, wow.
Don't change that though, right? So you want that to stay the same because that's now matched to the database? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So then, yep.
Admin.
So make sure that that's the same, yeah.
Got it.
Is it underscore, right? It's like a, yeah. So what we're doing there is we're saying I want the admin site to actually show that. Okay? So if I save that, now when I go here, okay, reload it. Oh, oops, sorry, my bad. Okay, that's good.
It's because I'm not Simon, correct? Very Canadian employer, powerful. Okay.
Just Control C, yeah. Exit is when you're in Python.
Let me see.
Yeah.
So, and then manage my server. Okay. And then importing powerful warriors.
Let's go to your admin. Oh, let's go back. Move line 2 over to here, See what you're doing? You're in your models file and you're saying from models import.
I don't understand.
Right now, you typed it onto here, but what we actually need to do is we need to type it on here, line 2.
So,
Yeah, take it off of there, because you don't have to import it from itself. Yeah.
Into my admin file.
Yes, that's right. Because if I want to say its name, I have to basically get to know it first, right? So, there you go. Okay.
So,
Cool. Okay. So now, so let's add one. I'm gonna add one.
and it goes Dina.
Me too. And I unchecked real life because she's not real life.
She changed her life.
No, she's not real life. She's fake.
How come you have it as a second and I have it as a third?
Probably because in mine.
Oh, that choice. Okay.
Okay. Great. We done? Okay, I added mine. So here we go. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have one about for warrior.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So she's there. All right. So that's in the database. We can, we could go look at it in here if we wanted to, but we can also, now we're gonna go, so, oops, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's do this.
Now that we've added this through the admin interface, it's updated to the
It's in the database, yep.
to the database. So it's like synced.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, if it's showing up in the admin interface, it means it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you click save, it's like commit. So now we're gonna do it manually. Okay, so
Do I have to open up a new terminal?
you can, if you want to. Doesn't matter.
Wait, if I just want to keep on working from here, I can do that?
You can leave it, yeah. You just do this.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. See mine is open here?
How do you see? Okay. And then, what do you do? I can manage.
Okay, cool. So first thing we're gonna do is from app import, from app.models.
So, oh my god, this is making so much sense.
Yep, good.
Import.
I think yours is called Warriors. Isn't yours Powerful Warriors?
Yeah, Warriors.
Okay. Cool. So now, like, I want to go see, like, what's in there, right? Okay, so... Cool. Okay, so let me see. I just want to see who's the first one, or let me see how many there are. One, just one. Okay, so I could say, cool. So I'm like, print out the first one. Okay, well that's kind of boring. What if I said print out the name, print out the bio? Oops.
Pause.
So what I've done is I went and asked the database, hey, what are all the warriors? And it gives it back to me as a list, right? So it's a long list. Right now it's only one in there, okay? And so if I want to see the first element of the list, I'm saying give me the first one, right? Warrior is 0, and that's Xena. So I saved her there. And if I want to see her name, or I could say for warrior in warriors.
You don't want to show. Shame on you. Okay.
Oh, oops, sorry.
So,
but let's slow down. Let's go back.
how are you gonna test? How are you? Oops.
It's fine, it's fine. This thing doesn't respond to clicks, so it's okay. The terminal is like dumb. It can only do keyboard, so it's okay.
All right. But when you type in like warrior, where are you getting warrior from?
I can do whatever I want. I could do like this for. It's a for loop.
But how are you getting, like, you're typing warrior, but you have woman warrior. What is it?
Because what I did is, so I made a query to the database to go get all the list, and I stored it in a variable. I can call that variable whatever I want. Up there I called it warriors, here I called it my list of warriors.
This.
Yes.
Xena equals.
Up there. Yeah. So, because of this. Right here. Okay.
So if you have more than one woman, for example, so if you have more than one woman and you type down warrior,
so let's put one in. Let's put one in. Okay. Who's another one?
okay.
Who's another one?
You just kept like analyzing me, like I don't know, it's weird. Like everybody else seems like really friendly, and like, I would like talk and like make jokes here and there, and everything. So she seemed kind of like I don't know, weird. And then and then like she like thought I was lying. I don't know, it's weird.
Does capitalization matter?
Like she was the first one to walk out.
For here it does. Anytime you want to say I want to use an object, then yes, it does.
It's weird. So I was like, I don't know. But I mean, I think it went really well. They asked me for references, so I sent them references. I'll know. Did ask you one of the questions that we were they good? Yeah, goals in 5 years.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Who did you interview with?
Attention Watch Network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are your goals in 5 years? Did you guys practice that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I said actually, like, was like, I'm really interested in journalism, and I always have been. And I would like to write specifically about social justice issues.
Capital
So,
T.
like, color lines and like organizations
Okay,
like that.
so then, okay.
They asked me, has there been a situation where you wish you would have handled things differently? If you could go back, what would you do? And then
Cool. Okay, so now
I changed the story.
I still have to save it. It's like I typed it in there, but not until I press save is it going to go in. So what I'm going to do is this.
Guys, one question. I'm recording Aliyah in the video, so yeah.
Okay, so I have to save it.
Okay. The dot.
There you go. Cool. Okay. So now if we go, we ask that same question again to the database. I'm like, hey, give me all of them. So
Okay. I have not done that.
that doesn't matter. It's okay. It doesn't matter. That's separate from adding and removing and stuff. This is a database query, right? Okay, so now do a space first. Just space it over, like right here. Just give it a space. It just needs an indent. Yeah, it's a loop, so it needs an indent. Yeah. It's just one space is fine.
That's what?
Just one space is fine. There you go. Okay, now you can do it. Okay. Enter one more time. Cool. Okay, so now if we go back in
Now
here.
we have 2 people.
Right. So now if we go back in here, we're gonna see. Yeah, your server's not running. Cool. We've got her. Okay, great. So last one. So I made something here.
Yeah.
A code that only does one thing, and it's a new one, and it's called Populate a Django database from a CSV. If you look in here, you'll see this here. So the idea is, if we just took this part.
Okay. Do I follow that?
No, don't worry about it. So I'm just saying that it's there if you want to go look at it. So let's actually make the CSV first, right? So let's say, who's
Do you
another?
want me to follow along to this, or I think I can just view it?
It's up to you. If you want to just watch, that's fine. So, okay, we need another hero. I know. And then true life, when she was younger. And then real life, yes, she's real. Okay, cool.
Do you have to make the headers?
I could. It doesn't matter. If I do make a header, I have to tell the script there's headers in there. I don't feel like writing that line of code right now. So I'm just going to do this.
Okay.
One more. So I'm going to save this where that is.
Did you save it to your desktop?
I'm going to save it in the app folder. What is this called again? Oh. Okay. Cool, so I've made that CSV. And now if I want to save this, ooh, this is a lot of shit, sorry. So I gotta go find, where did I put it? There it is. Oops, that's not the right thing at all. That is not a CSV.
Oh my god.
That is a mess.
Do you have to like export it to a CSV file?
No, I can actually just do this. Yep. Okay. All right, so I'm saving this in the same place as that.
Explain that again.
I decided to save the script I'm going to use to like add it. I just wanted to put it in the same place as this so that it's easy to get to. Basically, it just has to be inside the app, somewhere inside the app, and it has to know where this CSV is because it's going to link to it.
It has to be somewhere inside the big app, not the little app.
Yeah, it can be anywhere inside the big app. Even here would be fine.
Okay.
It just needs to know which app settings it's going to go get, right? Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say right? And if it was in some other random folder, it wouldn't know what app I was talking about, right? That's why it has to be inside this apps folder somewhere, okay?
Inside the app.
Yeah,
the
like ideally
called app.
inside, next to it.
Okay.
Okay, so next to it. How do I know that? Because it's saying from right app.models. If I had saved it out here, I would have had to write, okay, if I'd saved it here. But if it's right here, then it's right there. It's very accessible.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is just me being able to direct it, like what's the path to go find it, okay? So, okay. So now, what did I call this? It was called Warriors, right?
Uh-huh.
And I used commas to separate and double quotes. Remember when I saved it, it said, is this the correct settings? And I said, yeah. Okay? So, I don't need any of this stuff, to be honest. So, oops. This is from another thing. So the important thing to know here is what we did in here when we said Dolores equals blah, 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 like that.
Uh-huh.
And then we said save. Really? This is what we need to do to set up how to open the CSV. But honestly, this is basically what we're doing here. Same commands over and over again, but I'm just going to call it this instead, and I'm going to say the name.
Do you have to call it W because you call it W in the terminal?
No, I can call it anything I want. Okay. And then now instead of me typing in, you know, the name and value every time, I'm going to say, where does it get it from the CSV? Okay, so in this case, where's the name? Here. So it's going to be, see, so for row, meaning each line. Okay, name is in row 1. Spaces don't matter, but I always take them out. Bio equals row, second row, because it's 0, 1, 2, like that. Basically, it's making each row into a list. And so that's why I'm slicing like that. And then real life equals row 2. Okay?
Yep.
That should be it. Okay, so try it. Go find it. Okay, there it is. So when I do this, it's going to give me an error. I'll tell you why. That's it. That should be all I do, but I'm going to get a big error. Ready? Ah! Okay, so what this is saying is...
Wait, pause. What was it that you just put?
And literally, it's just the same way that you know how to run a Python script. Python, oh, the name of it. That's it. The reason this is happening is that if you want to run a Python script just from the command line, you need to tell it which app settings you're talking about. And so all we're going to do is this. Okay, we're going to say export. It tells you, like, right here. You can Google this thing if you need to. This is something that I hope they fixed in the future, but it is the name of that project, the big project. Okay, that's something you might want to write down. I would write that down because it's going to come up and it's just an annoying thing.
Okay.
Okay. That's cool. Now I can do it. Ah! Oh, okay. So I have an error. And that error is... Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Nice job.
Okay. Cool?
Feeling better.
Good.
We have another one of these scheduled for tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think what I would like to do now is, how we have powerful warrior object, how can we change that to the name of every strong moment that we've done?
Yeah. So sometimes...
Do you pause it?
No.
Yes. Okay.
So this is like the simple thing, right? Sometimes it's better to see, like, wait, that's a mess before you learn what we do to fix it, so you'll know why this thing is valuable, right? So, for example, see how this happens?
That's another thing I've been meaning to ask about. Like, what is that?
That is what you just asked about. So, if I want it... I could be like bio, but that's kind of going to be long. So I'm going to put name. Okay? So now, see if that works. I don't know if I have to sync the database again or not.
Boom! That is so cool.
So that's what that is. Now, if I wanted to, I could be a big problem. So the reason this is Unicode is...
what does Unicode mean?
Exactly. So... I'm just typing it here so it's notes for you. It just stays in the video, okay? Okay, so. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I did it like that. Ah! Okay, so I want to go back and make it the name. Okay.
Yes. I feel like I'm going to be scheduling more tutoring.
I don't know if it's going to happen before graduation because we're so packed, but sure. Yep, let's do it when time is open.
What can we do for the next step for tomorrow from this?
Probably the important part is like now that we have data in the back and we have hello in the front, how do we get the data onto the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Cool beans.
Yep, and that's all about views like this. Ready?
Yeah. Huh? This is for tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. This is a preview
Okay.
of tomorrow. Okay. See if it works. Oh, I know why. Hold on.
So everything that we've worked on is just the backend.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So now
Mhm.
it's all about getting all the stuff into the HTML.
Yes. Yep.
Oh my god, I should have scheduled this. Like, I just feel bad because we kept like rescheduling and rescheduling.
It's okay.
It
Oh,
makes so
there's
much sense.
good.
It makes so much sense.
Let me give you this.